record on this. How about that? How's that? And now we need the point where we want to start from. I know we did the hieratic for our hammer. And like you said, Aaron, not too remarkable what comes after. We had talked about sa and sa. Here it is, looking like a reverse reed leaf. Yep, we got this far. I remember that. Very cursive chur, chariip. The hieratic number 5 that we talked about the other day, that essentially looks like a, yeah, I know what it looks like, but no, that's its standard form. Empajo today. I mean, pajero. Okay. Did we have that part in translation already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Yeah, through Hakkar.
Okay.
R in Heru is really weird.
The what in
I
Heru?
guess we had that before, but
The original.
am I looking at the wrong place?
Yeah, you're right. There's something odd going on here. Where is the Ra? I don't see one. Do you see one?
Well, I assume it's this thing, but that doesn't look like an R.
Yeah, I must admit I was looking like more at the bottom of the line than the hieratic. Now that I look at the hieratic again, I mean, Pa is clear, H is clear, and I mean, this could be a Ra, but you're absolutely right. That's not how he normally does it, right? What he normally does is this, right? So this looks more like an R to me. But if it were an R, why would there be a stroke afterwards?
Exactly. And then the next thing is clearly EUF. So
you're right.
Yeah, okay. So it's just weird like that.
Yeah, looks a little bit also like the town, doesn't it? That way it goes a bit like an eternity sign.
Hmm.
Let's take a quick look if this is a common thing. I've not seen it, but that doesn't mean much. Try out. Would that do it? Looks like it. Not sure what you guys think looking at that. Ah, wait, there's more. There you go. The same sign, abbreviated form, is what Merla is telling us here in the legend. So exactly. So R can be an abbreviated Ra. We don't have Christian in the session, luckily, otherwise we would be reminded that it's Re and not Ra. She's good. And back we go. Okay, one mystery solved. So then the H, yeah, that's kind of interesting too, isn't it? It used to maintain that you do this, well, that you do it tuck, 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 or something like that, but obviously that's not what he did here. I mean, this looks very much, I don't know, like this, maybe?
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like to me.
So for all of no Japanese
evidence, there's no formal stroke order, which I guess is a useful thing to decide as well.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'm not sure what exactly happens here at the bottom, I always thought it goes like left, top to bottom, left to right. If that is true, it would have to be like this, right? On first principles. But I mean, I don't think you go backwards. The only time they ever do that is when you go falling down like this. That's when you go left. So that would be a huge exception. Here's another one. Look at this. This is different though. Can I make this bigger? Here you go. Huh. That's interesting. So if you look at that, for our aspiring calligraphers, that looks like, yeah, what does that look like? Like this? Is that what it is? I mean, there's clearly a breakup here. So that part is separate, which lines up with this. That part is cool. But I just don't know what happens down here. Is that what he does? I don't know, guys.
I think from the way the break is shaped, he probably did the top down for like the across and down first, rather than down and across. Because like if you wanted to, if you did that first, then it would be easy to start overlapped. And so I feel like because there's the gap where it is, it looks like he did the over and down first, and then decided it wasn't big enough, and then started, like moved over to do the downstroke. Does
Well,
that make any sense at all?
entirely possible. We'd have to look at a whole bunch of them now.
Yeah. Just like, well, yeah. Anyway,
Naja. Maybe I'll tackle that later just for the fun of it. Because that age thing has been bugging me for a while. How do you actually do that? I mean, if you look at that little guy up here, for example, I mean, it's not an H, but has some of the same shapes in it. And he clearly did something like this, right? This.
Yeah.
This. And then probably. This is 1, this is 2. By that logic, which would sort of hold here. I just don't know why he started again. Why didn't he just do this? Or did he? Is that what the bottom is supposed to be? I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sure I would hold everybody up with that, but okay.
Yeah, maybe the stroke was getting too narrow or something. So I started again. I don't know.
Possible. Or he had to sneeze.
Interrupted by a cat.
For example. Every time I'm working from home, the cat is getting on my papyrus. Yes. F. Hicker, he's hungry. F. Herjed, Ines, and he said to her, isn't it?
We haven't translated that yet.
Okay, who wants to? I think I heard a volunteer.
Did you?
All right. So F, Herjed, Ines, and he said, I mean, I would take this as an end here. So she just said she wants to get to the island because her son or the little boy, she didn't actually say son, little boy is hungry after 5 days and everything. So, and he said to her, namely the ferryman or ferry-god, Jetuni, one has said, no, that's interesting. Is this one has said to me? Guess so, huh? I guess that's just a like a preterite, a past tense of the past tense form of Sejemef. So one has said to me, Emir, don't. Jai said Himenip, don't ferry any woman. over, I guess we'd have to say in English. I'll do it a little bit more. That was too short. Use Jednef, and she said to him, Irtu Jetuf Nak or Nek, that one has said this to you. So this is I see that as a second tense. Last time I called it a second present. That's actually only really a Coptic term, I think. So basically a second tense using the compound form with iri. So irtu jet, and that's the infinitive because it's a compound form. So irtu jetef enek. So said it to you. Heri said re oro and ise. Is, and this one I had to look up. Nope, that's not it. So Ramtus Only translates this whole compound as selon la volonté de, according to the will of. However, in the smooth translation underneath, they typically translate it as because. C'est à cause de. Same here. C'était à cause de. So long story short, let's say it was because or concerning, maybe in this case more, because of Isis. All right.
That's like literally under the seat of, right?
Seems like it, yeah. Do you know more of this expression? I saw it for the first time. I've seen it for the first time here. It's
A place.
A place, but why does it have ra in it?
I've seen ra just translated as regarding before. So regarding the place of.
Oh, but has the
It's a little weird.
Yeah, it's a little weird, especially the RN, but so it's probably fossilized, but
it seems like a fossilized expression, or like a set expression, maybe more. Is that Middle Egyptian?
Well, I also found in the what is it called? Language of Ramses, or what is the book called? As a it's in the other one. As in, meaning like because or due to or something like that.
So just a set expression, like a compound. Is it under prepositions or under?
Yeah, I think prepositions.
Yep, there you go.
yeah.
And then
Here said ra in because due to instead of.
yeah. So it's probably a common thing already done by then, but how that is what it is, it's an interesting question then.
Yeah, I guess we could just accept it. I mean, I was thinking for a moment, is that ra, is that a thing? Does that mean anything by itself? Make one quick attempt. No, not that quick apparently. Last try. 66. Well, that's great. So, look at that. Sitra utterance, the ubiquitous Egyptian utterance.
So under utterance.
So to make abstractor. Okay, that's interesting. Setness, place of the tongue, speech. Setra, utterance. Setred, rank, station. Setchet, meal. Set eswap, cleanliness. Whoa, I didn't know that. Set. Huh, interesting.
The Sorry, is that the Djokovic dictionary?
It is.
Okay.
Under set.
Under set.
Wow, cool.
Didn't know there was a pattern. Very cool. And I mean, just to point it out because it's so beautiful, said Curtis, the state of being coffined. If that's the sort of thing you enjoy.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, right. Hey, it's gonna be, no, never mind. It's been quite a week. Okie doke. I think wait, there's one more thing just to finish the sentence off. Piegetic. I think that's where it closes. So what has been said to you was because of, I'm adding a was because of this that you have said. So I take this to be a relative. Okay. Anything grammar-wise that we didn't cover? Negative imperative. Second tense. Was the infinitive expanded by an extra U, just graphically because it's pronounced. And then I don't know what you want to call this. So there's almost like a little comma apposition here at the end. It was because of or referring to, I guess fits better here, referring to Isis, this that you have said, with a little relative at the end, easily recognizable because it also has that pathetic I, or reed leaf.
It feels like this is so convoluted. I don't know. I wonder if this is idiomatic or if she's trying to fast talk him.
It feels a bit like it, huh?
Said was ISIS, right? Like the thing that you said, that was what you said because it was about ISIS, right? So
But the whole second half of this papyrus is he said, she said, and then he said her, and then she said him, and then she said the thing that they said to you that you just said to me. And then he said,
yes.
I didn't
You don't
even
know the
consider
word
it that way.
Jed by
That's
the end of this page?
hilarious. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, is
That's
it supposed
great.
to be funny? I always remember that this is a comedy. Is it this convoluted because it's supposed to be funny?
I don't know, but that's
Well,
a great interpretation.
and they end up negotiating, right? Like they're
Mhm.
she's like, don't you want to help me out? And he's like, well, what are you going to give me? And she's like, oh, I got this nice cake.
Right.
My son only gets the flour, but I've also got a cake. He's like, what? Cake? That's not worth it.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's gone.
Should we do the hieratic first? Let's do it real quick. So
Yeah.
No surprises here. Call out if you see anything. JED, usual abbreviation. To the ligature together. Emir. Chai. We had that. Little man, little woman, extra stroke. Chime, you have to know. I mean, Chem. Interesting. Why? Wait, oh, that's not an extra man here. That's a T. I misread that. So that is really just a T, of course, naturally. Here's the woman and the man. Yep. Okay.
There's an extra stroke there. I don't understand what that is.
Oh, isn't that just
can't-
much?
It's under my arrow, but there's like I can see the man and the woman,
Mhm. Yeah.
but
Sorry.
is it just a blob? Is it
Blob.
connected to the man?
It seems like it. I mean, it looks like it's something, I agree, but doesn't really make sense, does it?
No. What does Ramsey say? Is it the blob glyph or is it?
Like it seems like it's just like an ascender on the man, like
Could be.
kind of like connected to me. But
Yeah.
Which is a little weird because why would you go up here? I mean, the next sign starts
Right.
to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No idea.
Maybe he took off the pen or so, and then not quite cleanly or something. I don't know. Like a writing mistake kind of thing.
Could be. Or I'm wondering fiber, you know. I mean,
Sure. Right.
Mm.
that looks as clean as it does always amazes me. It's not the easiest
Right.
writing material.
Mm-mm.
Who knows? Somewhat distorted neb, but legible. EU se her jed nef. What's happening to our man here? This is new. We didn't have that yet.
Yeah, I've never seen that for a man before, but that doesn't say
weird.
much.
Like it's just a vertical stroke.
Yeah.
Let's see if he says abbreviation again. I mean, that's normal, right? Oh, look at that.
Oh, there's one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Das gleiche, abgekürzte Form. The same or idem, abbreviated. Abbreviated.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
So that's a thing. Very cool.
Okay.
Nice. Okie doke. So that's normal. Here to
The F is ligatured to the two.
Yeah, it's like the
That's
T
kinda-
and the Y and the W and the F are all ligatured together. That's really cool. Yeah.
Interesting, huh? So here's the T. Here's the U, I guess. Then
Yeah.
Very cool. Like this. No, go away. There we go.
And it's interesting where he chooses to ligature in that last, or she chooses to ligature in that last word, and then in this next word at the end of Jed.
Yeah.
Guys, I was confused. There is no, is there an F here? There is no F here.
I didn't see one. I didn't read one.
Oh, see, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I think that's
Yeah.
just the
No, thank
T
you,
and
Peter.
the
I was
Yeah,
still
I just
thinking
saw it
about-
as a long U, really.
It is. It's just a
Yeah.
very long U.
it's just a yep.
It's just a very long U. Normally, he does something more like this, but why not?
Oh, okay. So Gardner's transcription is wrong there, you think?
No, it's just not lining up. That's what.
Oh, it's just not lying. I'm looking
F
at the
is
wrong
after
word.
the next two.
Yeah.
F is
I
over
would-
It's
here.
there's two twos next to each other. One of them has an F, one of them doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was
There's
looking at the wrong
two
one. Yeah.
Jed, two F. The second one you see.
Yeah.
the F
Right.
there.
And I was conflating the two of them. I was smushing
Yep.
them together. So
Yeah, the same thing happened to me, but then Peter pointed it out.
Yep.
So this is the 2 here, then comes the F.
yeah.
Very
Okay.
cool. That makes more sense.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Say again?
No, thanks. I was very confused there.
Sorry. Sorry for that.
No, we all just had a mass delusion. I think we all kind of saw the same wrong thing at the same time.
Right, right. I mean, it looks kind of F-ish, right? If you just look at this by
It
itself.
does.
It would
Yeah.
be excused,
Yeah.
but it doesn't make much sense. Where's the U then? Okay.
Right. Right. Yeah.
All right. Then he does something fun here with the nut. So something even more fun over here. Is this like that, or is that one? one continuous line. I don't know.
I don't know.
You'd sort of think if it were one continuous line, it would just go on. There's a separate stroke.
Right.
I think that actually means they're doing this here. Which is easier while you're at it, you know.
Mhm.
This is very ligatured as well. This here is unremarkable. Little t, little power. And easy. Stick. And that's it. Oh, wait, no, there's one little piece more. Ah, come on.
I wanted to say that's quite a bird on a stick too. Like
Yeah, sticking the same. It's kind
you don't
of
normally get the big curve at the top.
Yeah.
looks nice. Hieratic. Okay. Who wants the next? So she's made her argument. What does the ferry god? I mean, I can't really say ferryman, right? What does the ferry god say in response?
I can give it a shot. This is as far as I've gotten. Okay. So the first word is, maybe I'm in the right place. Let's see. So it would be right next to that. Okay. So I have U, F, hair, Jed, NS. So he said to her, Ute, which I'm assuming is because Jed Ani Ich. So if you give to me, what will you give to me? So that's his question. And then J Toot to ferry across R to Pa U. So to the island, ferry Ib in the middle. Yeah, what will you give me to ferry you across to the island in the middle? Just that very, in exchange sentence.
Makes perfect sense. I think. And there's something missing. I think there should be like an R here. Otherwise, the second part is left dangling, right? Like,
right.
What is it that you'll give to me? No, like, what will you give to me? To bring you over or ferry you over to the island.
If Ramses put something in parentheses there.
Let's see.
I didn't know you could underline. That's really cool.
That's neat.
I'm just drawing straight lines, but yeah, I think it helps to track of where we are.
Yep, they do.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
So that's interesting. This is just that's which then also makes sense with the R, right? Even more because, yeah, to do something in infinitive, that sort of fits. And then just as the object ending, right?
Right. So the B1 is just the pronoun, feminine pronoun.
Yep. So I think then this one here you are going to give. There's probably another R hiding here, right? For the set for the future 3. So you and then here's an infinitive. That would make the most sense, I think.
So here's a general Middle Egyptian question. So our Radi, right? Is that a compound verb and preposition, or is it just part of the verb? Do you see what I'm saying with D, to give? Just curious on that.
I would say, I
Actually,
mean,
a good question, because like they spell it either way depending on context,
Right, right.
but the R is not normally written.
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking back to my color and manly days.
Yeah. Do you remember, Aaron? Like, do they ever write or date with the R in front?
Not that I can think of.
wait, say that again. I missed it, Rob.
Oh, just with the RD. So back in color and manly, they have several examples of the offering formula with ready rather than just D. And I'm trying to find out if that's a compound verb and preposition, or
Oh, I got
if
you.
it's just the verb.
Got you now. Like, what's the R doing in there, right?
Yeah.
And
Or maybe
is
it's part of
that-
the word. I don't know.
I always thought it was part of the word, but
Could be.
why actually? And there's a nice list somewhere here on that Berlin website. Let me find it real quick.
And those of you that are going through Alan, how do you like it compared to, have you already been through Alan, or have you?
I'm going through it together with some others.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, it's. I always wanted to
There
do
it is
the
with the
whole
R.
Alan, but wait, there's a nice list where you can see here which form. Here we go. Determining which verb form is which. Is it in here? Maybe it's in Alan. You're right. I saw there's somewhere there's like a nice table. Which form is for which case basically? Can't find it now. Maybe in Alan.
Okay.
I always thought it was part of the verb, but it's a good point. So is that the root then? RD read leave or?
Well, based entirely on Alan's dictionary, where he cites, like D cites Erdi. I think Erdi, I've always understood it as Erdi was the original and they just leave off the R a lot.
Okay.
Right. But
But they
that
do write it with the R sometimes.
doesn't really have a
Just-
parallel though, does it, right?
Hmm?
Any other verb that does that? Where like an initial R just
Well,
drops?
no,
Not that
but I
I'm
mean,
aware of,
almost every language has 3 or 4 very irregular verbs, and they're
Yes.
always things like give or do or go or.
Right.
Maybe if it's a verb. Yeah, you're right.
Maybe it's just one of those. Yeah.
Because they're 50,000 years old.
Right.
You're right. That's definitely a bugbear.
Okay.
All right. And I think with that, we've conquered this sentence, right? Or anything else. You will give me what to ferry you over? Short and sweet.
It's so interesting to me what strokes end up being really circular, kind of curvy, like the noon letter. It can be so curvy sometimes, as opposed to straight, and it just, I guess, depends on what letters it's going with or glyphs it's going with.
You mean the N, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
right.
point right there. Any.
Yeah, you're right. This looks interesting here that he does it that way. The ich, you can see he's binding it downwards to the
Mhm.
to the Y1 scroll.
A very curvy A there too.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Again, the stroke on the B1 really far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here again, you have to know what the little canal is.
Yeah. Every time he writes it, it's just like a. Well, that one
Yeah.
actually has a little vertical on it. Like often it's just a vertical.
Yep. Her again. But now he's settled into that cursive form. Although, you know what? If you just compare those two over here, this. Oh, wait, but one has an extra R, one doesn't, right? That's the difference. That's why how they're different. That makes sense. So this one has an R underneath. Okay, all right. Well done. Next one. Page 6 is calling. Who wants it?
We can do it.
All right.
Aha and Jed and F Iset then said to him, Isis, then Isis said to him, you erdit and ek tai uhat. I will give to you this cake.
Very nice. Want to go on?
Sure. When in F her Jed and S, then he said to her, you es ich ne tai et uchat. What is it to me, this your cake? What does your cake mean to me, I guess? Yeah. Ire ja jai. Is that a mistake? The double jaw there?
Looks like it, huh?
We had that a few lines earlier, I think, where he put something at the end of one line and then repeated it. Ja jai.
Yeah, that makes me
T.
think of if that is a mistake or he does it on purpose, kind of like this is the end and then it shows you where to keep reading so you don't miss a line or something.
Interesting. Yeah.
But it's very, very rare that he does it though.
Yeah, true. But he
makes
did it
me
a couple of times.
Mistake. Yeah, he has done it a couple
I
of
think it
times.
must be like the third time or so.
Yeah.
Is it
Does
always
it
with
Well,
Jai?
well, I was just
mean
thinking
something?
if that is a thing.
I mean, is Jad Jai a thing? Does that mean anything?
I mean, like chai chai, right? Like we duplicated.
Yeah. Ramses writes it duplicated and then just transliterates it as a single. So
Oh, okay.
they don't really address it one way or the other. It's weird. Jai.
We have a search function. Let's have a look. Chai chai. Search, simple search. Oops, where's the thing? So I just got giant. Traverse, Jai. So is there a Jai? There is, but not with this meaning. I mean, there's the word for head. And apparently some other ones I haven't seen.
Tribune.
Yep. So maybe really just a mistake, or trying to preserve the integrity of the word.
Yeah, because he didn't finish the word and then just started it anew or something.
Right. And trying to squeeze it in would have looked kind of ugly. I think somewhere at the beginning he does that, where he squeezes it in as some very small characters on top. But yeah, he doesn't do that here. Okay.
Okay, so picking up on line 14, Jai T Er Pa Yu Hari Ib. So is this the negative, the ear that makes something negative? I will not ferry you to the island in the middle.
It would have to have an M, which it doesn't. It's always M ear. And the couple becomes imper with some kind of extra R in there. So no, I would say it isn't. But it has a telltale sign what it is.
The T.
With this guy here.
Oh.
I mean, what could it be? It could be the imperative takes that thing, which doesn't make a lot of sense here, right? Ferry me over to the island. Doesn't quite fit. Also, no, okay, so let's discard that. Could be a second tense. In a compound form. That you ferry me over to, wait, is it that I ferry you to the island? Would that make sense?
What,
Wouldn't
so
that be-
what does your cake mean to me that I ferry? Oh, okay, yeah, that does make sense. What good is your cake to me that I should ferry you over to the island in the middle?
Sorta. It's a bit odd. I'm wondering if this refers to this part. Whoops, can't draw. Or if it, I mean, the sentence goes on. That I ferry you to the island. You
Jed to Jai said at Nep. So that since I was told not to ferry any woman. Yeah. So what good is your cake? What does your cake mean to me that I should ferry you to the island in the middle when I have been told, I was told, it was said to me to not ferry any woman across?
Right. And it actually goes on.
Jabal Tai Uha, that's probably cake. Or Jabal, I don't know what that is. Jabal.
In exchange? Let's look it up.
Oh, that makes sense.
There you go. Yep.
In exchange. Okay, so that I should ferry any woman across in exchange for my cake. That's got to be a mistake. Oh, you know what? It's in the Gardner. It's marked that is a mistake. It's sick. The man. It's probably supposed to be a B1. I'm guessing.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Your cake.
Your cake.
That sentence is a mouthful, right? So new line, he said to her, what is the cake to me, like you said? That I ferry you over to the island in the middle while I've been told don't take any woman is in exchange for your cake. I'm thinking this could be like a big parenthesis from here all the way to the end. But it is kind of convoluted for an Egyptian sentence, right? I mean, like Latin, German, they like to do that, stick lots of details in the middle of the sentence. I didn't think Egyptian did that too much. So this sentence surprised me that there's like this whole thing in the middle about, so if those two belong together, that's a long piece that's glued in the middle. I'm not quite sure what to make out of that. But what else should it be? I mean, this is clearly a second tense up here. Does it belong to this, like we initially had it? What is this cake to me that but that's weird, right? Then you would expect more like an R or something, like, or a subjunctive. So I'm a bit confused by this, to be honest.
Mm.
That like long period here. Maybe because it's very, very spoken, like this whole thing is very dialogue heavy. Like, you know, like you pointed out before, that whole part being glued on here, which doesn't really sound very, very polished rhetorically. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. Can we talk about the T? I think this is just a grammatical thing I'm not familiar with. The beginning of line 14, Jai T. Peppa.
I think Ramses, no, not Ramses. The language of Ramses can help. Let's see. Suffix pronouns. Because you would expect take you over, right? You would expect a second person
Yeah.
singular. And it's not spelled T. Interesting. Okay. So much for my theory. Could it be?
I mean, there it is as a dependent pronoun.
Which doesn't help though, because we would need more like an object pronoun. That nope. So now that's mildly annoying. Unless I can squeeze this to, I mean, unless I can make this into a dependent pronoun. Would it be? T. I mean, first off, it's clearly T. It's not a transcription mistake. And if you look at Middle Egyptian, you would think, oh, some kind of stative or something, but
Right,
that's
exactly.
It has to be an infinitive because it comes after the iri here. Ha, well, that's cheat.
Yeah, they're not very helpful.
Personal pronoun, suffix pronoun.
They say it's a suffix pronoun, but it's spelled T. So could it be an archaism, like Isis is a god, so she speaks in Middle Egyptian, sort of?
But
The T looks like.
He's the ferryman speaking.
Oh, that's the ferryman?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
and plus Middle Egyptian, would it be? I mean,
would it be the dependent pronoun in Middle Egyptian? You've only got one pronoun, so it seems like you would use the suffix.
I would have thought after an infinitive, you just want to use the suffix pronoun.
Yeah.
That's what I would have thought. The cat knows something.
Oh yeah.
He's trying to explain.
Right. It just not.
Yeah.
I am not sure. Now I'm trying to.
But T is a dependent pronoun, but doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
That somehow doesn't quite fit, does it?
And neither does the stative. So.
Right.
Unless there's something that maybe that version here is a little bit too abbreviated. I mean, logically it should be a suffix pronoun, right? Or those so-called new object pronouns. Neither of which fit.
The new object pronoun would be to or tuke, tuek.
Right. And now this is this verb does not take a T at the end in the infinitive, so but the second person of, wait, what is it? This is a dependent pronoun again. which really doesn't have anything to do with this. So, I don't know. Journey Gual would be really helpful now. Unfortunately, I don't think I have an electronic copy of the paper.
Could this be something about this character, the way this character speaks, that is, there's like a grammatical idiosyncrasy to the way he speaks that we just aren't getting because we're not native speakers of this language, but that the reader would get? Because we've seen this before, that certain characters have little things about the way they speak that are particular to them. Like I think there was something Seth said once that was a little bit funny, like a little bit slangy or I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be able to hear that in the voice, but would someone else, would the audience have been able to pick up on the joke here?
Possible. I think that becomes a little research task. Like, is this a regular thing? It's sort of somehow, no, I don't know. I somehow feel it should be something normal. I mean, I don't think that's going to work, but yeah, that would have been too easy. Yeah. So I think that becomes a bit of a research task. As in, can the second person be written like this after an infinitive as a suffix pronoun or direct object pronoun? Or is it something special, like you said, that's indicative of something in the speech? I mean, I'm thinking this is probably pronounced te at this point in time, to your point. So this would indicate that it's fully pronounced. Maybe te or t, who knows what the vowel is. Do we have any other examples of this? Like, I mean, here he's saying tut, right? We thought, or maybe te.
Yeah.
Because that finally anymore. Just like in Coptic. So then what's the difference between this tu or te, if I'm right, and this te or t? I mean, I know that Christian thinks that these things are meaningful, and I fully agree. I don't think they just varied spelling willy-nilly. That's something I also often hear about Middle English, that, oh yeah, the spelling just varies because they couldn't spell. I don't think so. It looks to us that way because we're not contemporaries, but I suspect if you write tu one time and t another time, that indicates something in the way these things were actually pronounced. Just what? Yeah, tell us. Okie doke. I don't know, guys. Should we leave it there for today?
I think we're out of time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty close.
All right.
Let's pick it up there next time.
That's
Okay.
Great.
See you next
Thank you.
week.
Thanks so much.
See you next week. Bye.
Take care. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good night.